Get Ricky on. How's everybody doing today? We'll invite Ricky. There he is. T dot. Oh, 1 second. Add T dot. There's Tyler. Here's your invitation, buddy. And we'll invite.
Let's see.
Ashley. Here's your invitation. Hey, what up, dude?
What's going on, man?
Just trying to get everything ready, man. Just bear with us while we get everybody in. Hey, Ashley.
Hey,
What's
how
up,
are you?
Ashley?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic.
Okay.
I'm glad you guys could join us. Been really excited to talk to you.
You too.
How's the preparation for Race for the Rail going for you guys?
Good. For me, I've been riding a lot, trying to push past the limits I have been stuck on for a while. It's going good, I feel like.
Nice. Walk us through your routine. Like, what are you, nutrition, exercise, like whatever,
Definitely trying to fuel my muscles the way best I can, but pushing with my friends of Michael Aretz and James Hey all helped me. I've been doing a lot of things that I haven't done before, drop jumps and big.
Okay. Can everybody still hear me?
Yep.
Cool. I'm out on the trails today. I'm gonna get Luke and Eddie and Hayden ready in a little bit after these interviews.
Nice.
How are you getting ready, Tyler? What's the preparation looking like for you?
Yeah, it's pretty full. Watching what I eat and hitting the trails 3 to 4 days a week. Going to the gym 4 to 5 and running 4 to 5 days a week. Just doing everything I can to be as ready as I can. So that's kind of my.
I know you and Jonathan Ortiz are pretty tight, and he was kind of telling us how the running was pretty important to him.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people underestimate that, man. Like what running will actually do for your one wheel game.
Yeah, it helps massively. I was hesitant because I used to get shin splints pretty bad, but I've just been taking it easy and yeah, just to build up that cardio, not even running. You don't have to run fast. You just have to run.
Right.
It helps your cardio because when it comes to racing, your heart rate's elevated already. You're gonna have a hard time breathing. So anything you can do to help calm that down and be able to lower your heart rate faster is gonna be helpful.
So Luke and I, we text each other our run. Like, I've been trying to run every day, and Luke's been probably running a little bit more than me, but we keep each other accountable, and it's cool to have a buddy like that. But yeah, I've noticed it in my riding. I'm glad you guys are doing it. I can't wait to see you guys get out and like see how you perform and everything, especially with like so much on the line, $10,000, and trying to get Ricky in here. Sorry. This is like the ultimate race for one wheel. So
Big.
Yeah, no pressure or anything, and then we have to, perform at elevation.
no pressure.
So.
No pressure.
Yeah.
This is our Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You know what? So I didn't know who you were. We camped next to each other at Dirt Surfers, and I knew Jonathan. I didn't recognize you, and then dude, you podiumed second place at Dirt Surfers, and I'm like, okay, this guy is serious, man. Like, don't sleep on this guy. And no, it's cool to see badass riders come out of the woodwork and, like, you know, push our sport, be so passionate about it. So, like,
yeah, I had an injury at Let It Ride last year, and so I had a lot of pent up performance and energy from last year that really channeled into this season really well. So I'm very happy with how it's gone so far.
dude, you're killing it, man.
Thank
You're
you.
absolutely killing it. Like, I think the Texas boys are the only ones who have, like, as many riders coming to the big dance as Michigan does. So, like,
Yeah, right. Michigan
I
has
know what we've
4,
been
and
doing.
you have 4, right?
Yeah,
Something like
yeah,
that. Yeah.
yeah. Like, I know what we've been doing to be on this level. So, like, I can see the work even with, you know, just by the way that you guys ride. I know you're putting in heavy work, and I know that you love this stuff. So, trying to get Ricky in, man. We're having technical difficulties. Sorry, everybody.
Technology.
Ricky's the one who, like, keeps everything on the rails,
Mm.
and I kind of go off on my tangents. You know, I just like to talk about one wheel stuff. But we sent you guys the questions,
Yeah.
so maybe you guys can help me keep it on the rails. What was the next question? What was your favorite trails to ride this year?
Well, race-wise, dirt surfers. It was my first time at dirt surfers. Loved every single trail that I hit out there. It was challenging, unlike Florida trails. It was so much fun. I definitely enjoyed that more than anything, I have to say.
What was your favorite part about those trails?
Just the challenge that it brought. I honestly don't remember any of the name of the trails, but the challenge
Yeah.
is so unlike anything in Florida that we can find here. So overcoming that, I think I placed 4th there, which felt really, really good. Being able to ride all the rock, the flint was terrifying. So overcoming the fear of falling there was, but those were definitely my favorite trails for sure.
Nice. What about you, Tyler?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun at Dirt Surfers. I guess I define my favorite trail by the trail that I performed the best on. And I guess Evergreen was one of those this year at Canuga, just
Yeah.
because it was so long and so fast with a couple, technical sections, so it was still challenging. Yeah, I would say probably Evergreen at Canuga.
That one was super duper long, and it made me realize how out of shape my legs were. It really tested your endurance. I think we got Ricky now, guys.
Yay.
There we go. Ricky, I just sent you an invite. Hopefully you can jump in here. But yeah, no, Evergreen was a really, really fun trail. Hey, there he is.
What's up?
Mr. One Wheel
Ricky?
Flyers.
Buddy.
Hey. Hey, so where are you at, man? What's taking you so long to get here?
Open with one wheel at the one wheel surf competition. We got Buddy, we got Cricket, we got all the one wheel guys, we got Tyler.
Let's go.
So this is like the X Games.
Very, very cool, man. Very cool.
Yeah, we're here right now. One Wheel just built this course out of the sand right here. They got a sand castle, so they're out here wheeling it, keeping it flat, and they're teaching people how to ride out here.
Sick.
Very cool.
Yeah. Nice.
Dude, spreading the stoke. I think that's like my favorite thing about one wheel people is like it puts you on such a high energy level,
right?
And it's like you just want to share it with everybody. So it kind of took me a little while to understand what spreading the stoke, was all about. But this energy is infectious, man. Like,
yes,
it's pretty awesome. It's really, really cool to be a part of the whole thing. But so Ricky, you weren't here. I tried to keep it on the rails as best as possible. We talked about training preparation. We talked about our favorite trails. Keep us on the rails, man.
Right,
Let's go.
Yeah. So who are some of your favorite riders to ride with? I know you guys ride with a lot of riders. Who are like some of like your favorite people to ride with? Tyler, I already know, I already heard from your buddy, Jonathan. He's like, yeah, it's my boy, Tyler Erickson. He's my guy. We're always out riding together. I'm like, is it the same for you? Do you guys feel the same about riding with each other?
Yeah, totally. There's extreme value with riding with somebody that you're in tune with, and I think we all have those riders and friends. So yeah, Jonathan and I, we train, 3 times a week. together with. So there's extreme value in that. Accountability for one. The intensity is usually higher. Sometimes it's harder to have that same intensity when you're by yourself, right? So
Yep.
super valuable to be able to train with him. Super grateful for that. There's also a lot of value in training by yourself, I believe. So I do try to do that when I can. But yeah, Jonathan and Brandon have been great to train with. Richard, you guys all know Richard Stova. He'll come out too and train with us. But that's really all we have in Austin. That's all I'm really usually training with. And then, unfortunately, when it comes to going to all these races, I really have to be mindful and careful about riding extra and
Yep.
riding with other people that I don't normally ride with, because I'm going to fry my legs, having fun. So,
Yeah.
unfortunately, I don't get to ride with as many people as I want to. But yeah, that's the gist of that for me.
Nice.
It's
What
hard
about you, Ashley?
sometimes when you go to the races, dude, because like you might be teaching your worst competitor how to beat you.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, we all want to win. It's like, sometimes you got to keep some stuff to yourself, but
Yeah.
it's a funny thing competing with your friends.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Definitely.
So I personally, the whole consistent float zone gang, Jay Simmons, Shane Brunken, and Michael Aretz, they're my favorite to ride with. We ride together all the time. Michael Aretz has done a lot of progression this year, and he has helped me a lot, building my confidence, helping me with jumps and drops. I've come a long way in a short time with what I'm willing to take on, which is awesome, and I have him to thank mainly for that. Shane is super fast, so him and I get to racing on the trails, working on passing. I'm terrible with thinking about passing somebody for some reason. That gets in my head, so he's been helping me with that. At the races, I get in my mind a lot, so I kind of stick to myself and usually choose one or two people to ride with at practice days before the races. I'm working on that though. But definitely those guys, they're my favorite. They help push me a lot.
Shout out to your Florida crew. I was hanging with you guys at Wheel Scorcher, and like it's a pretty solid team. Michael's my boy. He's been doing big things this year, so congratulations, Michael. And yeah, they have been. Your team is tight, like, and sometimes you stick around your team because it's kind of intimidating going to these races, right?
I think,
and performing well, and it's a lot of pressure. So it's like,
it is.
I don't think there's anybody who's like standoffish or anything like that. It's just everybody's comfort zones are different, So like as everybody grows and becomes more comfortable with everybody, it's like growing this community, and we're growing this sport at the same time. It's like it's really cool time.
Beauty of it. Just like all our boards are different, all of us are different, but we all come together. It's a great time every single time.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, it's so nice. So, what do you guys feel about, now that they're not going to be letting in the FST system? Everybody knows they're not going to be letting that in. How do you guys feel about, this year's, how they have everything set up, like the race platform this year? How they're going to eliminate 3 of the first racers the first Friday, and the final 10 are going on. How do you guys like that whole layout this year?
Well, I think it's a little refreshing, and I think it's kind of cool because it brings in and ties in what happens during the season when it comes to qualifiers and then finals. So it's a similar format. It obviously brings the anxiety level up a little bit more because it's like, oh, I actually have to qualify at Race for the Rail for the big day. So, but I think it's a cool format. I think it's a bummer that we're not using footholds, but I'm here to play the game. So we'll see what the features are going to be like, and how gnarly they're going to be. But yeah, overall, I'm excited for it. I'm going to be rocking the Rally Edition board, and yeah, we'll just kind of see. I'm hoping there'll be some more surprises and goodies that come out, when we get there, which I'm sure they're keeping some things under wraps for now. So kind of my initial thoughts on that.
Have you been racing with footholds all season then?
Yeah, Yeah. I mean, I've had the control freaks all season, and
That was going to be my next question. What's your foothold setup? Control freaks.
yeah,
Yep.
it's
How
control
many
freaks, and
how many
yeah.
have you tried? How many different, you know,
I mean,
because we got flight fins,
I
control freaks, overlanders. Now we have the FSTs. Like there's a lot of options out there.
there are a lot of options. I mean, I had flight fins when I was riding an XR, and they broke, and I just never rode them again, and I just didn't like the stance. Last season, I had overlanders. It was better, but I fucked myself up because the overlander stance is too wide for me and just
Yeah.
overpowering the nose. So when I got the control freaks and rode those this season, it just seemed like a perfect stance for me. And it just feels super locked in. So I couldn't be happier with that format of setup for a board. And I really believe it's going to send the progression of our sport a lot further, a lot faster with
Same.
that type of setup. So
Same. Like everybody likes to, make the argument that, you just throw overlanders on and now you're a better rider. And it's like, it is kind of like that, but you still have to be a pretty damn good rider. You know what I mean? It's not like,
yeah,
it's just making superstars out of anybody with no talent. So like Tyler James, dad, I see you still in there. I've never met you in person, but like, you can't like stop the progression of things, man. Tyler put the footholds on. Tyler James, his son, he put the footholds on and he qualified. I guarantee you, if he didn't have the footholds on, he wouldn't have qualified.
Didn't have the footholds on for the qualifications, but he did have them on for the race.
He had him on, man. He had him on, and he did very, very well. And I mean, I think the proof is it speaks for itself, man.
On and we had the screws, but we did not have the front ones on. Let's go out there.
Hey, so Ricky is also like a free foothold guy, free the feet. He likes to dance on his board and reposition, and he likes to make the argument, and it's like Tyler James had his footholds on, but he didn't have the whole set on. So like, it's funny, dude.
I mean, sure, like it takes more skill with no footholds. I totally understand that, and I've been rocking no footholds for the past 6 to 8 weeks in preparation. But at the end of the day, the best rider without footholds isn't going to be as good with footholds. And if we're trying to make this sport not look like a silly sport, we need to do the craziest, most intense, features and jumps and whatever. And we're not going to be able to do that without footholds. Like, there's just no way. So.
Well, wait until you see Luke without the footholds, dude. Like all the stuff he was doing with footholds, he's been doing without them, clearing tabletops and whatnot. So, like I've seen how that stuff has made him more confident to be able to even attempt this stuff without the footholds. And to watch him nail it after he's taken these footholds off is just like, it's just made him a better rider. You know what I mean? But a really good rider is going to be able to take the footholds off and perform well anyway. And you guys are all on the same rule set. So, it is what it is, man. We got our rules, and we're still just having the conversation, because there's so many people that are dead set against footholds, man.
Yeah.
So with that, I was like, let's get some predictions. Let's put you guys on the hot seat.
What up, Bodie? Let's go.
For the top three.
Yeah.
The top three women.
Top 3 men and top 3 women.
Top 3 men, top 3 women for Race for the Rep.
The top 3 women, based on past placings, Rachel or Zane Carter. And then just because I'm pushing for myself, I'm going to say me. But those are my top 3 women. Men, again, based on past placing, Luke Austin. But every time I see Jafari, he is flying. And I like the Silvas, so Austin. Those are my top 3 men.
Nice.
Solid picks. Some of my favorite guys to ride with, for sure. What about you, Tyler? What are your predictions? We call this the hot seat, man.
Yeah. Let's see. For the women, I think, I'm rooting for Zane. She's really grinding, but I'm stoked to see Rachel, Cecil, compete against her. So I think it's going to be those 2 and then Mercedes. I'd like to see those 3 on the podium. They've all been working so hard year over year. Well, Zane's her first year. She's just an animal.
Dominant.
So that's what I'm seeing for the women. My predictions for men, based off of how I perceive people's work ethic, I think it's going to be Silva, um, Luke Austin, and myself in the mix for top three. And I
Let's
think
go.
if I don't put myself in that mix, then I don't have the right mentality. So that's where I'm at with that.
Dude, I 100% agree with you, man. And I'm so glad you put yourself in the mix with those guys. Because, dude, you're a rad racer. And you've been working hard for this spot. So, like, if you don't visualize yourself on the podium, bro, you're not going to accidentally appear there.
Yeah.
You have to, like, yeah. No, I'm glad. I'm glad you have that belief in yourself, man. And you got that goal. That's really cool.
Yes, both of you guys. Glad to hear that both of you guys are out there rooting for yourselves. I'm glad to see, you make it this year, Tyrus. I was there last year when I saw you go down over there at what's called
Let it ride.
Yeah, let it ride. It's like you went down right before I went down, and it was like we saw like you and Jonathan, you guys were like hitting the trail, like doing a practice one, and I saw you like go down the hill and tumble, and I saw you go down. I remember like you were out the whole year, so to see you come back and put in the work and to actually make it, I'm like it's wonderful to see that. It's love to see someone come back from injury and push themselves hard and make the big dance, and I want to congratulate you for that. And Ashley, I want to congratulate you on your first time, and you're pushing yourself to limits that you didn't even think you were able to do. And it's wonderful to see that happening and see you smiling and see you do things that you never thought was possible.
Oh, thank you. Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, I want to say you guys have some pretty awesome friends and people that you ride with consistently, and I see you guys kind of all share the same goal. So like you really got no choice but to like get better with your support group. And yeah, it's very, very cool. And I have the same thing here, and it's like it didn't happen on accident, like we all kind of had the same goals and we all rode hard and we all pushed each other. So like this group kind of just organically grew, and I kind of didn't realize how special it was until like these young guys that we've been riding with and training, to race, they're doing so well and they're competing on this level, and it's just like, dang, man, like this is actually happening, and it's just really exciting to watch. I really want to see the growth of our sport, and I want to see everybody do well, and yeah, this has just helped my mentality so much, and so many other aspects of like my life. It's like I got something to push, so that's my goal with this show and with my racing and everything. So like, yeah, thank you guys for performing on such a high level and making it fun.
Yeah, thank you. And I want to thank like all of our followers are out there like watching. I want to thank you two for taking the time to wait for us to actually get this show going. I'm glad that we finally got you guys on here to, just to let our viewers to get like a little insight to you and like, finally let them hear what you have to say. Because like you say, we're out there, we're racing, we're in our own heads, and we only have that time to talk to people. So it's nice for people to like hear a few things that you have to say about yourself.
Thank you for giving us that opportunity. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this was fun. I appreciate it, guys.
Super fun. Did you guys want to thank anybody before we get off? Shouts out or anything like that?
Yeah. Give your shout out right now. Let your people know, like, hey, show them your love.
Yeah, I'll go. Yeah, I mean, I'll shout out to my fiance Kelly. She's been a huge support system for me. As you all know, it takes a lot of time out of your life to train for this kind of sport, and she's been everything. She's been so helpful with all of that and supportive. So whether it's me coming home from a training at like 8, 9 o'clock and she's got food for me or whatever, so she's been awesome. And then Jonathan, he brings so much energy, as you all know, and so it's great to be able to train with him and do all that. So yeah, no, I have a great support system. Super thankful for everybody.
Very cool, bro. Very cool. What about you, Ashley? Did you want to give any thank yous before we get off?
Well,
Sponsors, anybody helped you get there real quick?
Jay Simmons definitely helped me get here from the very start. I learned how to ride, started learning how to ride a one wheel riding tandem with him on the beach.
That's
And then,
awesome.
yes, then he got me onto my own board, and I've been riding for 2.5 years now. And all my progression is because of his support and belief in I cannot thank him enough. I've grown a lot in both one wheeling and him helped me get where I am today, which is a lot further than some people would expect.
Well, hey, I want to thank Jason too, then, because you've come a long way, and I've seen that, and the results kind of speak for themselves. So I'm really excited to watch you guys tear it up at Race for the Rail, and I wish you guys the best luck. And
Thank you.
I want to say thank you to everybody who helped me get to the racing season. I had some help from the Float Life. I had some help from the Armadillos, the South Florida crew. I had so much help. I had a lot of people, supporting me in what I did this year. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank my co-host Ricky, One Wheel Flyers, out
Yes,
there
sir.
on the beach with one wheel. And yeah, let's keep spreading the stoke and see where it takes us.
Definitely. And I want to give like a quick shout out to One Wheel, Wheel Fun Stuff, Easy Riders, Dirt Surfers, and Wheels In Rides. Like, you guys are always there, always helping the stoke going, keeping the community going. Oak City, all those other communities out there, keep doing what you're doing. And let's keep the stoke going so we could take this to the next level.
That's awesome. Hey, everybody who's still with us, we're going to end this interview, and then we're going to start another interview with Christy Miller and Raquel McCosker. So when we go live again, everybody tune in. And till next time, everybody keep spreading the stoke. And yeah.
Go, Chris.
All right.
Cool.
All right, guys.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Peace.
Thank you.